All right, hello everybody. I want to give you a little update of the April 20th study guide so that you can just listen to this video and understand what you have to do. If you have any questions, you can still contact me, but make sure that you listen to this whole video so that you know exactly what we're looking for. So I'm going to start with English. This week in English, you have a couple tasks that are important to do. I'm basically going to read the study guide to you with a little extra explanations. The first thing that you have to do is watch the video that reviews the assignment from last week. Last week you had to write about the message in the about the book Riding the Tiger. So I posted a short little video on what some example messages are that came out in your reading responses. They were great. And what I think the message is. So watch that video and just think about what you did. If you didn't have a chance to do it, it's not a big deal, but you should still go back and watch that and read the Riding the Tiger so that you can just have that as an example in your head. Once you've done that, there's a new book I want you to listen to. It's called The Promise, and there's a link on Moodle. This link is better because you really have the full screen image of the page so you can read it, and you have the author herself, Nicola Davies, who's reading it too. Much slower. So don't forget, you can always pause those pages and look. You know, if you want to see some structures and features or something, you can pause the video and just observe what you can see. So yeah, so go and listen to that book. It's only about 5 minutes. Once you've done that, you can listen to the next video that I made that's posted on Moodle about connections. So I made a little video about what kind of connections we do in a reading response. Remember, there's 3 of them, and I go over them. So there's connections to self, connections to media, and connections to the world. And I just give you a little reminder video, even if you know what it's about, just so that you are fresh on that. So go back and watch that video. Once you've done that, well, you can guess what you're going to do. You're going to write some connections. So write your connections to the book, The Promise. Now, I want you to upload your work onto Moodle. Remember the uploading process. I think I'm going to post a little video about the uploading process, just so that you know how to do that. Yeah, so you just find the little icon. It's a hand with a paper on top of it on Moodle, and then you actually upload a file from your computer, okay? So the next thing that you're going to do is something called the Giver Media Assignment. And that's really fun for me. I find this is a fun assignment. And again, there's so many artists in this class. It should be great to see. So what you're going to do for this assignment is we now know from chapter 12 that seeing beyond is the ability to see colors. And that Jonas's world, they can't see color. You're going to choose your favorite scene from the book so far. It doesn't matter if it's from the beginning of the book or now in the middle of the book. I want you to think about your favorite scene. Maybe it's, I don't know, when Jonas gets his assignment from the giver. And I want you to draw this scene twice. So you're going to take a piece of paper, preferably computer paper that doesn't have lines on it, and you're going to split it in half. I don't care if you split it, vertically or horizontally, or I don't know if you want to get wild and go diagonally. And you're going to draw the scene twice. Once in black and white and once in color. Okay, so you can compare what the giver can see all the time, the colors, and then what the people from the community see. So the same image, okay, but like I said, one in color, one in black and white. Once you have finished drawing, I want you to write a paragraph that explains the significance of the scene you chose and how color changes it, right? How is it more significant with color than in black and white? So take your time. Remember, it's for fun, and you can write the paragraph directly onto your page, okay? So that when you upload a picture of your assignment, so you're going to do half the page black and white, half the page color, two the same pictures, then your paragraph on the bottom, and then you can just take a picture of that and upload it directly onto the assignment page, okay? Remember, you're going to be writing about the significance of the scene that you chose. So choose a good scene, right? And tell me why it's important, basically, and how color changes it. If the color makes a difference. Why is the scene significant, and how and if the color makes it different. So the next part of the study guide that I want to review is the standard things that you do every week. So I want you to listen to my review of chapter 12 and 13, important chapters, and then you can listen to me read chapters 14, 15, and 16. There's 3 chapters this week because chapter 15 is a page and a half. It's really fast. And then you're going to do a flip grid. It's really important that you keep up with the flip grids, okay? So I'm going to be making different pages. You'll see that all the flips will be on different pages now, so it's not all mixed up together. And I can keep track of who's doing what. So your flip grid this week is just to tell me about chapter 15, the shortest chapter in the book. Tell me why it's important, what's happening, and tell me when you think it is. Okay, I don't want to say too much, but tell me when you think this memory is taking place. And then we will have our Zoom class on Wednesday as well. So that's like usual, okay? 6A will be at 1 and 6B will be at 2. So that's great. In math this week, things are a bit different. So I want you to listen closely for math. In math this week, we will be completing the tests, the evaluations for chapter 4. Okay. The only difference is that they have become practice. Okay, so we don't count them. They are formative, not summative, formative evaluations. So they're more like, think of them as big review activities. They're still very important, but it's not the same kind of test that you would have at school. There are 2 of them. It's really important. The first one, 4.1 to 4.4, is on Moodle. So you click on that, download it, and do it like it's a test, okay? Even if it's just a review, I want you to print it out and try not to use anything, okay? If you can. Give yourself an honest evaluation of what you really need to review. Because once you correct it, you'll see, okay, this didn't go well, this went super well. So you do for the first test, and then you can correct it, preferably with a parent, okay? So I know in grade 6, you're able to do your work on your own, but if you can correct this with a parent, I think this is a good time to have your mom or your dad sit down and look over it with you. And then they can send me the result of your test if they want to on Dojo. And then you do the same thing with test 4.5 to 4.8. So test 2 is already linked up there as well. And you correct it with a parent and they can send me that mark as well. They don't have to send me the mark if they don't want to, okay? It's really your choice. So, 2 tests, and remember, you don't have to do it all at once. You have the whole week to do these. And then I want you to play Prodigy as well, because on Prodigy, I've made a test through the gaming system that also evaluates the same concepts and some measurement, mostly measurement, but it's a good practice. And so that's the most important thing. So next week we'll be starting chapter 5, the second to last chapter of the year. So that's good. So it's a very important week in math. It's really important that you take these 2 practice tests seriously, do your best, and try to do them without looking at your notes. Okay? So, and of course, the most important thing is to have fun. Don't forget to have fun. Have a good week.